Wulf, which trends and market developments will have the biggest impact on the corporate law firm sector over the next couple of years?
So if you look at what the OECD estimates will happen in the financial industry and various other industries, including supply chain management, administrative tasks and so forth, and how blockchainable, and they actually use the word blockchainable, these industries are, they estimate on the high end 100% blockchainability for the financial industry. So given that a lot of the top players in law have their clients in the financial industry, and the financial industry is, I would argue, being disrupted by blockchain technology, I think this will, if you want, trickle down to the top players because their clients are embracing blockchain. Some will be disrupted, others will be embracing it. And because they're embracing it, the financial industry is in fact forcing big law to embrace this technology as well and figure out ways how law and legal lawyers can actually become knowledge engineers, in which means they help their clients implement new legal tactics in the context of this new technology.
Will the work of corporate lawyers be more or less substitutable by software over the next few years?
I wouldn't use the word substitutable. I would use the word supplementable for now. And so the task will be, of course, AI, machine learning, big data, all these applications, blockchain, have enormous implications, but the lawyer will have to embrace the idea of being somebody who has to know coding. So I teach coding for lawyers, and I think it's tremendously important that lawyers develop the ability to talk to software engineers who are implementing new machine learning, algorithmically driven implementations and ideas in corporations. So lawyers, in my estimation, will have to have an increasing ability to at least cooperate with them in multidisciplinary teams. The most important element in this, in my estimation, is how clients and financial corporations, the clients that top law firms have, how they interact and how much they embrace new technologies. Now, there's some that say that the infrastructure that we have in Europe and in the United States is actually a hindrance to the implementation, the quality of our existing infrastructure. That is a hindrance to the implementation of new technologies such as blockchain technology, big data applications and so forth. They all go hand in hand. And so some big startups and some VC companies, they're actually not investing in those markets in the United States and in Europe because of the infrastructure. They argue that they need to go to developing countries such as Tiger States, Southeast Asia, some argue Brazil, because the infrastructure is not as developed there. And if that's true, we may see a slower adaptation process. While at the same time, of course, the startup market, as you know, there are over 1,400 legal tech startups in the United States alone, right? Listed in 2016. So if we see those trends, these people are not doing this for kicks and giggles, if I may say that. So there's financing behind a lot of these, serious financing. And so I think we'll see an incremental change, but I think the big push will come out of developing countries. So in essence, they will teach us how to optimize our own systems, our own infrastructure, and use new technologies such as blockchain.